Hello and welcome to the allotment side of the garden. We're going to be making some things with the leeks. So the leeks have been good and they're good to go. So we're going to have some of these out of the garden now. So I don't know whether you can see that, but that looks great. Look. So we've got a bunch of these. Been waiting on these a while now. Alright, so I'm not going to pull them all up because we don't need them all, but I'm just going to take out the ones that we're going to use today. So we've got a good few here and that's going to be great. The next stop on our little tour is the chickens. Now this is their lovely little area here. They've got quite a lot of space in here and they're quite happy. Okay, brilliant. So now we get to put these to use as well a little bit later on. We're in Brockweir, which is a fantastic town just on the in the Wye Valley on the Welsh border here, and we're going to take a stroll up the river. So we're in the village at the moment. It's very picturesque. Let's go. This is the old Brockweir Inn. It's closed down now. It used to be the village pub, and I think there's talk about them trying to reinstate it and buy it as a community pub. I do hope they do. So now we're going to just take a stroll down. This is one of the easiest ways to get down to the riverbank from the village itself. So there's a lovely little lane with some lovely stone cottages on either side. So as you wander down these, just take a left now in a moment, and that brings you down onto the riverbank. So as you can see, some lovely little cottages here. And this little walkway this little lane goes up for a couple of miles, I believe, that you can follow it up, which is a lovely walk by itself. We're going to cut down now onto the riverbank itself. So there you are, you can see the sign for the public footpath, so that's where we're going. Heading down here. So every time I pass this cottage, it looks a little bit older every time. But these are all lovely. So it's a lovely little village, very, very pretty. So we're just about to pop out now on the riverbank itself. And here you can see Brockweir Bridge and the River Wye. It's quite high today. It was a very high tide the other day, so it's still up from that. I think it was the highest tide of the year the other day. But as you can see, it's very, very picturesque around here, very, very scenic. So we're going to be walking up this way, and we'll catch up with you a little later. This is the walk along the riverbank. It is absolutely stunning. So it's just started to rain. Not the best day for it. However, any day is a great day because it's such a beautiful scenic place to be. I'm just going to do a quick scan round. So if you look at that. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? So we're going to have a good walk with the dog, let her run off some steam. Then we're going to go back to the van and cook something to eat. So I'll show you some of the views along the way, and hope you enjoy the walk. There's this little hut on the banks of the Wye here that's been here, well, I don't know how long, but I'm presuming quite a long time. I presume it used to be where somebody lived. I don't know. It's an attractive little thing, and it's right on the riverbank. So I'm sure when it floods, so does the little cottage. But it's very, very nice. So if you're heading up this way, come and have a look. It's worth the walk. Came across this wood pile on the walk and thought, looks interesting, let's go up and have a look. So it's down the other end of the at the top of the field. So we've come from down there and we've traipsed up, and it's well worth doing, because if you're into fungi, which I'm not particularly, but I can appreciate the beauty of a thing, there's lots of lovely little ones there. But as you scan around, there's these wonderful bunches, and I don't know whether you can really see, but there's such a lovely colour. And I've no idea what they are, so if you know what they are, please do let me know in the comments. But they're everywhere. I've moved Chestnut the dog away just in case, because I've no idea if they're poisonous. Some more down here, more over there. Lovely big bunch by there. So yeah, I've no idea what they are. If you know, do tell. We timed that well. Just started raining, so it's a lovely walk. Now, one of the great things about Brockweir is a lovely little village, and it's very, very picturesque. But one of the not so great things about it, it's on a very steep hill. What we're going to do is zip off down to Tintern now and pull up alongside the river to make some food. So Chestnut has had a great walk, thoroughly enjoyed herself, chased all kinds of things, and we'll see you when we park up. We're parked up in Tintern alongside the river. The rain's coming down, but it's still a lovely view. Louise is in the front there reading War of the Worlds, and Chestnut's hopefully having a bit of a snooze and sleeping off for a walk. So we're going to get cooking. Going to make a potato, leek and bacon hash. It's that kind of day now, that kind of afternoon, so a bit of comfort food. So we've got some bacon, we've got potatoes, we've got some leeks, as we know, we saw, get one from the garden. We've got some garlic, some onion. Now we do have most of these things in the garden as well, it's just not ready yet. We've got some oil, we've got some paprika, we've got some coriander, we've got some mixed herbs, we've got some chili flakes and some salt and pepper. So when we do the potatoes, we're going to add the paprika, the coriander, the mixed herbs, the chili flakes and some salt and pepper, just to give it all a nice bit of flavour. One of the exciting things about today is I get to use my new knife. Now, I was brought a present, which is a Ariana, and it comes in a nice little box, an Ariana chef's knife. So this is it. So it comes in its own leather case, and when you bring it out of the case, you can see there it's got this lovely design, lovely handle, and going to put it to use now. Going to see what it's like. So it's got this little protection thing on the tip there, which is great. I don't particularly want to lose that, so I'll drop that into the holder there. We're going to see what this is like. As some of you will know, this is a new van to me. So I had a Transit before, Transit minibus. I've had a couple of those and they were great. But we went for a Sprinter this time, and this is why you're seeing me cooking on the little stove there, because I've got the oven set up here and I've got the sink set up here. Just haven't quite got around to plumbing it all in yet. So still making the cabinetry, which is why everything looks rough. All the door covers here, they're just sort of placeholders, if you like. So it's going to be quite rustic anyway when it's finished, but not as rustic as this. So all the things that you can see, in fact, let me show you. The stove there, that's a little thing. That's just an ordinary little camping stove. The pull out there, that's going to be the same as that when it's done, but I'm going to use a different worktop. So the worktop here, we've got, as I said, we've got the sink in place. Underneath here, this cover, there's a 2-ring hob, and this cover again is just a little chopping thing that we've got for the time being. So it all works really well, but they are only temporary, which is why we're cooking like this today. We're going to take the bacon now, put that to one side, and use that in a moment. So that goes to one side. Now we're going to put in the onions, the garlic, and the leeks, and just let them sweat off for a little bit. So the leeks, the onion and the garlic are now sweated down. So we're going to put those onto a separate plate for the moment while we start to cook the potatoes. So we've added some paprika, some coriander and some mixed herbs to the potatoes. Now we're going to throw in some chili flakes and a good dose of salt and pepper. With all that stir around. I have to say, I'm really pleased with this knife. Feels very good, got a really nice weight to it. I do like to cook, so having good equipment really does make a difference. This is the view we're having our tea to this evening. So as I said, the weather's not at its best, but the rain has stopped, so we've got the door open and we're having a nice bit of fresh air coming through. It is very, very picturesque. The village of Tintern is beautiful. Throw the bacon and the leeks back in with the potatoes. Give it all a minute or two to warm through. And that is your bacon, leek, garlic and potato hash. There's only one thing left to do. And there it is, the finished article. There's your bacon, leek and potato hash. Louise has got one of our lovely eggs. I don't eat them, so yeah, so I hope she enjoys that. So you can smell something's cooking. There it is. So no, she wants the food. It's not for you. Go and sit down. Come on, go and sit down. It's not for you.